Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson, you're watching Nature Nell, and if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. You guys are in for a super duper treat. I am back to none other than Mercedes' beautiful garden paradise. She is definitely a master grower of orchids. She has some amazing specimens here. We spent a lot of time talking before I started filming because I wanted to get a lot more information from her. She's a little bit camera shy, so I may get her at the end. But she told me to go ahead and just film. You know, she gave me a walkabout in her garden. So I got a good idea of what to show you. And there is a lot. If you guys thought there was a lot last time, wait until you see what she's got. I mean, you can kind of see it in the background. So anyways, without further ado, let's go look at some blooms. So why don't we start right here, where I was standing, this amazing grammatophyllum that she keeps in this basket. She was telling me she doesn't put anything in the basket but some charcoal and lava rock. That is her big thing. She tells me she loves charcoal and lava rock and pretty much uses it on everything. Now, it is a little bit breezy today. It was raining earlier, so I'm hoping that we don't get rained on. Last time was kind of the same thing that I was here. But check this out. It has four beautiful spikes. And it's funny because we were talking that a lot of things that she has in bloom, I also have in bloom. So we're sharing almost the same certain things, only that hers is in like extra large. Now she has the alata, just like mine. And as mine, it has that beautiful fragrance that I've spoken to you guys about. Here's the name. It smells like baby cologne. I always say it smells like baby cologne. Yeah, my mom used to put on a cologne when we were kids. And we loved it so much, and she loved it so much that she would always put it on as an after bath splash. Now this dendrobium here is absolutely stunning. She told me that this flower doesn't last very long. And this one is, hold on, Gatton Sunray. De Mayo. She says this is a May flower. This flower only blooms in May. Once a year in May. Is it fragrant? It has a fragrance, a very subtle. But look at that, guys. Is that not gorgeous? And there's more to come. Look at all that in the back. Get ready for all that. Oh, you never cut the never cut the canes even when they dry out, because she says they will reproduce. See, like back here. So the canes may look very dry. See, these are the fresher ones, so they're green. She says when they get very dry, leave them alone because they will shoot another spike. Now, I want to take you, before we go to the Vanda area, she was showing me all her mocaras, how well they're doing. And she builds everything herself. She made these containers where she also puts, which I'm going to do to mine, she also puts lava rock in these. Can't really see it because of the moss, but anyway, she has lava rock and charcoal. Such a pretty flower. And this one, I can't see the name. Here we go. This is a there we go. It's gorgeous. Now, back here, she has all the sun-loving orchids. Mocaras, Renantheras. She has this gorgeous Renanthera. She says that it's almost on its way out. But again, she also uses lava and charcoal. And I'm telling you this because I know you guys last time wanted to know what she uses. And she basically told me, I don't have any secrets. You know, I basically just look at my orchids, make sure they're very well cared for by looking at their leaves, looking at anything that may look suspicious, and attack it before it even gets to a level of destruction. Excuse me. And one of the things that she was telling me, which it's funny because I do it too, she says as soon as you see them in spike like this, she starts spraying it with 7. Now I've spoken to you guys already about 7. The S, it's spelled Sevin, and it's a over the counter. Pretty much you can get it anywhere, Lowe's or Home Depot. And what it is, it's a insecticide that could get rid of thrips. And you know, thrips has been something that has been very prominent this season. So if you want your blooms to come out, and I know some of you guys have told me already that your blooms, you know, the bulbs come out, but then you have no blooms, they die. That's thrips. See, when they're like this, you want to start spraying it. This is a Carlson Red Dragon, like the one I've shown you guys before, and she's already sprayed it, which I did exactly the same thing. Look at this beauty right here. This is gorgeous. Now she was showing me this one on this end. It's called the bamboo orchid, and let me see if I can get it. It has the flowers are facing the opposite direction. This is a very beautiful. But this started from a small little cane, she said, and look at how much this thing has grown from one small cane. She also told me that she's very happy with the pine wood mounts, the wood mounts, and exactly how I've told you guys before. Like the more I talk to her, the more similarities we have. My throat today is really kicking because pollen today is very strong. And she says that I lost my train of thought before I come to this dendrobium. She was telling me that if something is not doing well in a pot, switch it to a mount, and chances are it may do better. And I've always said this to you guys, and it's so true. Now check this out. This is the spectabile, Dendrobium spectabile. It's probably one of my top. I love the antler ones and this one. Those are my favorite dendrobiums out there. But the flowers on this, and she says that this one already has spiked. This is not really their season, but for some reason it decided it wanted to give another spike. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. I don't know if she has a tag on this. Let me see. Here we go, in case you guys want. Spectabile. I like that she makes her own tags. I want to make sure this goes in there because if... There we go. Stop moving, little girl. All right, there's more dendrobiums here. You guys have seen this one before. Let's look at it again. This is the one they call the chip or something, royal chip, microchip. There we go. Look how pretty that looks. Look at the back. And now the front, it's just as adorable. And I'm telling you, her garden always has like everything in mass proportions. I love this purple. But look how beautiful this looks, how well set up this is. So if you guys make sure you put your pots elevated, don't put them on the ground because they can get bugs and they can get other things that, I mean, bugs are gonna go in there, but it's always safer to keep them elevated. Now let's go in here. Look at this grammatophyllum. I mean, they're just so happy here. Now she does say that when the hard rains come in, which are the big rains of May, these flowers, they all go. because flowers don't like to get hit with the rain. They get too hydrated, and then they just fall right off and droop. This is what they call the sunspot, Mocara sunspot. I have the same one. This is a good Mocara to have because you can cut it. Look, she's cut it a couple of times and there's new growth. And where the new growth comes out, she gets new spikes. See, there's a little baby with a spike. Now, I told her, I go, they really love you because they give you spike on every single, like whatever you cut, they give you a spike. That means they're super happy. Now this Cattleya, if you don't see it, you'll smell it. It has such a beautiful fragrance. Very, very nice. And this is, what are you? Gorgeous. All right, let's see if I can fit through here. And not only that, when you look at the bottom, look at everything she has down here. Look how healthy everything looks. Oh, I know what that is over there. Pisteria alata. That's the Holy Ghost flower. Patron orchid of Panama. Here's some gingers. I love this in here. It feels very, almost like a pond, and there's no water element in here. And then here are all her Cattleyas. You know, Cattleya season is not, it's like over. So she doesn't have too many, but she does have this Digbyana. How beautiful that is. I love that she has all the names. Brassavola Digbyana. And in the morning, this is very fragrant. Here's where she keeps most of her vandas. As you guys can see, she buys the trellises either at Walmart, Target, she was telling me, and then she takes off the roofing or the top that it comes with, and she adds this type of screen that gives her enough lighting for her orchids without burning them. And they definitely are happy because, I mean, look at this. What are you gonna be when you grow up? Oh, a volcano queen red. This is a beautiful flower. Here are her tenifolias. This is their season. Maxillaria tenifolia. These are the coconut smelling. And just like me, she has the Yamada as well as the red. What a pretty flower. If you guys like the smell of the beach, this is definitely, this is definitely one to get. Her phaeaces are blooming now. Mine already stopped blooming. These are almost these are all also the look me downs, how I call them, because they're always looking down. Let me see. Oh, she hasn't written yet the name. But they call these Phaeas Oktoberfest, I believe. Or maybe this is the other one. No, this is not Oktoberfest. This is the one that looks a little bit upwards, because or maybe it is. I'm running out of names in my head. You guys seen this, the yellow bird? I got one over at Orchids in Bloom from Pam, and it's about this size, but look at how many flowers she has. And this is a night fragrance, so if you guys hang out in your patio or in your garden and you want something to smell at night, this is definitely one to get. It smells very, very good. It's a sweet smell. These beautiful dendrobiums, look at that.
a ver, ella trae espiga.
¿Cuál?
Cada vez que le sale un hijo nuevo, ella florece.
Which one? ¿Cuál? She's showing me one.
La de atrás del dendrobio.
Oh, this one.
Sí, mira, ella trae ahí la espiga, pero es esta misma, mira. Esto se va en vicio.
Oh, she says that this has reproduced.
¿Qué es esta, mira?
So let me see. Because maybe I can find the actual.
Pero ahí está florecido.
By the way, this is Mercedes. Mercedes, say hello.
Mira, mira, qué linda es. Pero
Oh, that is
dura.
gorgeous. She says this lasts a very long time. ¿Qué tipo de orquídea es esta?
Esa que vimos ahí ahora que te enseñé el...
Oh, esta es la misma.
Sí.
Okay, so the one she just showed me, this is the actual flower. She says that she got cuttings from it. She has it all over her garden.
Ella se da, es de muy fácil crecimiento.
So it's a very easy grower. So if you guys want something easy, a cattleya that... No, y estoy notando que te está dando flores ahora.
Sí,
O sea
cada
que-
vez que echa una espiga nueva, ella echa el bulbo nuevo, una espiga.
Oh, so every new bulb or pseudobulb that grows, it gets a new spike. So she's definitely a heavy bloomer. It's beautiful.
Esta es linda, 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 pero yo creía que iba a abrir, pero mira, ve, es blue, la
Oh,
blue, la
that's
que es
the blue?
azul.
Yeah,
Sí, es preciosa,
busy blue jewel.
chiquitica pero linda.
This is gorgeous. This is a Schomburgkia Louise Fuchs, which was named after Robert Fuchs from RF. I believe it's its grandmother. Here. Myrmecophila Louise Fuchs, purple. I got the same one. But do you guys notice something? It's not out in the sun, and look, it still gives her a beautiful... No la tienes en el sol y te da flor como si estuviera
Sí,
en el
pero
sol.
ahí sí da, por la tarde el sol entra más.
Ah, she says in the afternoon the sun does
Mira,
come
la que
through the
nunca me ha
trees.
parido es esta, que la voy a poner para el sol directo, que es la Macay. La famosa
Mocay.
Macay, esa. Rosada,
Ma-
preciosa.
Maikai.
Que es una belleza.
She says this
y no ha
one's a
florecido.
gorgeous one, but it hasn't given any bloom. She says that don't give up on your orchids if they don't bloom. Sometimes they take little breaks. That's beautiful. For you Sherry baby lovers, look at this. This is more than extra.
Y al sol.
And in the sun, yeah, that's true. And it smells so good in here. Here, I'll show you the name. This is the same one I have. Sherry Baby Red Fantasy. Gorgeous. It's nice and windy and breezy. Let's go to the to the colorful ones. This section drives me crazy. I love this. Hey, buddy. And here's our little mascot. Look at this, guys, how pretty this looks. I would sit here all day and just stare at them.
Déjeme quitar esa carterilla, porque es que esas amarillas de show.
La amarilla, yeah, she says that
show.
this one would be great in a show. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spikes in total. That is gorgeous. Okay, let me get you the name. I'm so happy she has tags for everything. It's Lada, Vanda Lada Gold.
Para mí está
Teal
mal ese nombre. Para mí es
Hot
una
Pack.
estocena. Tiene muchos años.
See, she says this has a lot of years with her. I feel right now, if I didn't know better and I looked at this picture, I would think I'm at Cruel Smith. Se parece al bebidero de Cruel Smith cuando veía que están llenas así todas las bandas.
Eso es verdad.
It looks just like it. So that goes to show you guys could have this at home with a lot of care. You know, you will have this. And she doesn't do a lot of feedings. She was telling me she doesn't feed a lot. She's just always looking out at her orchids and making sure that she looks in here to make sure there's no bugs or anything like that. But she always cares for her orchids before anything bad happens. She does use a lot of peroxide. ¿Tú lo mezclas con agua, el peroxide? Pues yo lo mezclo.
es eso?
El peróxido.
Sí, pero solo si le veo algo sencillo.
¿Y cómo porque yo lo mezclo con agua.
Tiene que ser que yo le vea algo, o por ejemplo a veces un bulbo se pone negro o algo, y yo voy y lo corto, ahí le echo
Ah, okay. So
cosas así para que no continúe, porque en realidad es un desinfectante antibacterial.
okay, she uses it like when she has to, let's say she has to cut a bulb, something like a plant has several bulbs. She will cut the bulb out and she'll spray directly at the bulb with the peroxide, just to cut any type of bacteria catching in that area. Now, what I've done is I've mixed the peroxide as an overall preventative, 1 gallon of peroxide to 3 gallons of water. And that's the ratio, 3 to 1. And you spray the whole thing and it will keep those pests away. It's a natural way of doing it. This is gorgeous. What are you, my beauty? Roll all red. It is gorgeous. Now look, I wish I could get into there, but it's almost impossible. Very pretty. And this, you guys have seen this. It was featured in my last What's in Bloom, the Tigrinus. Here's the name. Which I can smell it from here. It smells so good. ¿La puedo leer desde
La
aquí?
tigrina.
La Tigrina. Hey, hold on. Okay, now my phone doesn't want to. There.
Ya está terminando.
And this is from Cruel Smith. And they don't have a lot, guys. So I was just talking to Julian and they have very little left. And when those are over, it's gonna take several years, about 4 or 5 years to grow the new ones and bloom them. So if you guys want these, give them a call and tell them to take it to the Redland show and they'll have it for you. Or you could just order it and they'll send it to you. Now she was showing me this. This is very cool. She did this herself. She got a PVC pipe. She wrapped the cocoa. They sell this at Home Depot. It's like a coconut sheet. And then she wrapped this plastic grid. ¿Dónde conseguiste el grid?
En Amazon.
In Amazon. So you can get plastic
Y el coco
grids
también.
and the coconut sheets also. And then she ties it around the PVC pipe, just puts a hook right here or a wire, and she hangs all her files on here. And you can do the same. You can hang other things. It doesn't just have to be files. You can do encyclias, you can do cattleyas. But look how gorgeous that is. It's such a pretty piece that you can use. Now back here, she has more sun-loving orchids. Let me show you her epidendrums. Look how pretty that looks. It's like she has used strategically every corner of her garden. And I'm telling you, her garden is not huge, but she has been able to really add some beautiful specimens here, or grow some beautiful specimens, because she says she buys everything small and grows it herself. She says, I don't spend money, too much money on orchids. I buy them small and I grow them to this size. This is another Sherry Baby. It looks very similar to the other one, but it's not. This one, because this lip is white. What are you? Yeah, this is a Sweet Baby, Heaven Sweet Baby. So see the difference? This one has a wider white lip with a dot in the center. And then you have this one, which is the Red Fantasy, I think it's called, where the lip is a little bit redder, which is the same as the one you saw over there. And I'm sure this is esta es una bebé de aquella, ¿no?
De aquella de
Yeah.
atrás.
This is a cutting.
Y esta también. Y dos que llevé para casa de mi hija. Ella lo que
Y esta también. So she's cut. She has several here, and she says she's taken some to her daughter's house. So they just keep reproducing and reproducing.
Ella echa mucho. Vamos a enseñar.
The rope, the Indian rope.
Tan bonita.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
Y ya está terminando, porque es mucha la que ella ha parido. Mira.
She says she's had multiple blooms. This is the Indian rope Hoya. Hindu rope, sorry. I knew it was close. Hoya Hindu rope.
Sí, ella, todo esto. Esto fue también una rama que se le partió y yo la enterré ahí. Mira.
Look, this
Y
is
entonces
from one.
todo eso estaba lleno. Ves que la larga, la terminal, la espiga terminal es la que florece de verdad. Mira.
Oh, my God, look how many little buds.
¿Tú no tienes esta?
La Denise me murió. I had one of those and it died. I had it in the wrong spot, too much water. But it was my first joya. Fue la primera joya que me compré. Entonces no sabía, pero ya todas las joyas mías se dan súper bien. Pero esa fue la primera que compré, le di mucha agua y la maté.
Ellas requieren de un container pequeño porque la raíz de la joya es pequeñita. Ella no echa
right,
mucha.
so it doesn't need, yeah, she's right.
Y mira ahí, lo que ella tiene es tierra. Y sobre todo de la tierra esta que es para los cactus, porque ella es un cactus.
Oh, yes.
Y si uno le puede echar un poquito de perlita para que drene mejor el agua, pues mejor.
So guys, cactus soil and perlite is the way to go, she said.
Y
And keep it in a small
yo
container.
no las protejo de nada. Ellas
She doesn't
están
keep
ahí
them
al
in the
sol, a la
shadow.
lluvia, a todo.
As you guys can see, it's out in the sun. Look, the sun's right up there. Wherever it is, I can't see it. Look, more phals here. But I wanted to show you this gorgeous alba. This is here, let me get you the Meltonia spectabilis Morelliana semi-alba. I have this, but I have the purple. But look how beautiful it looks in white. Now, what surprised me was, look where she put it, on a mount. I had no idea that these could do good on mount. She told me to take mine out of the pot and put it on a mount, and she'll do beautifully. So I'm definitely going to do this.
Les puede mostrar mis, ¿cómo se llaman aquellas? Stanhopias.
Oh, los Stanhopias. She has massive Stanhopias.
Ahí hay muchas especies, en realidad.
Now these are the Parisiae. These are the tiny, I call them the little mini anosmums, even though they're not. They're Dendrobium Parisiae. They're species. But look how many buds
Y
it's giving.
bulbophyllum son todos aquellos grandes y este también bulbophyllum.
Esto
y
de
este
aquí.
también y este también.
Que ahora no es la tapa de ellos
No,
todavía.
sí, pero aquel último sí, mira, ves
Sí.
que le queda la espiga seca.
Oh, sí.
Aquel sí floreció 3 espiguitas.
Yeah, the bulbophyllums these are all her bulbils here, but they're not, this is not their time. They're asleep.
Esos también se los compré a
And you're asleep, you little monkey. What are you doing down there?
que los tenía así a raíz de nueva. Por eso
A raíz de
son tan
nueva.
pequeñitos.
Look at this tetraspis. I told her I was in love with this.
Y entonces, mira, para que vean los resultados del sistema.
Oh yeah, the system that she uses, she she takes juice jugs, and she cuts holes on the bottom like this, and she fills it with charcoal and lava rock. And her catasetums, she puts them in here. And so what happens is the water gets trapped under here, but doesn't go over this area because it flows out. So it's almost a hydroponic way of growing her catasetums. And look at the spikes. And you can tell this is a happy catasetum. Look how it's secreting the sap. That's a really happy plant. She's super healthy. And she was telling me that sometimes the catasetum shoots male or female flowers. The female flowers will always be smaller and closed, and the male flower will always be more broader and more open. I love this one. I was telling her this is a beautiful flower. ¿Cuál es esta?
Tiene como cobre.
Cooper Queen. Richard Muller. Oh, ¿tiene Richard Muller con quién?
Tosia. Akoi.
Toshia Akoi. Oh,
Esta florece muchísimo también. Cada vez que echa su tallo nuevo, su brote nuevo, florece.
She says this one every time it gives a new
Y está
shoot.
clara porque ella es más oscura.
Oh yeah, because ya está. This is on its way out. She says it's a darker yellow when it's out. And her beautiful zygopetalums. This is a bluebird. which mine are about to start blooming. This is such a gorgeous flower. Let me show you guys. So I know you guys are going to be doing a lot of shopping after this video. Especially when you see how she has them, it encourages you to buy some and try it out.
Esta es una miltoniosa.
Oh yeah, that's so pretty.
Mira,
Look guys, this is not what you think.
Pacífico Parragón. Esa es vieja.
People would think this is a regular dancing lady, but it's not.
No. Tiene grande la flor.
Sí.
La misma espiga tiene mucha.
Está preciosa. ¿Tiene olor esta o no?
Creo que no.
No.
Pero es vieja y
See?
florece mucho.
She's had this for a long time, she says, and it's always blooming. And she has more spikes here, not spikes, but more catasetums in those containers. Now, yes, if you guys are wondering what this is a Selangeni rochessinii. Look at the size of this monster. Here, let me get you that. Selangeni rochessinii. And look how beautiful that is. I did show it last time. I can't wait to see this in bloom. These bloom towards the fall. Esto es más para allá, noviembre, octubre, noviembre. Yeah, October, November, it's usually there. And this is a grammatophyllum, no? Este es otro
Pero el
tipo.
citrino,
The citridum. This is the one that's
mira,
green.
el Scriptum bar citrino, ya trae las espigas. Este viene a estar lista esa
See the
espina
spikes?
finalizando junio
Para junio, eh?
o
Summer.
principio, sí, junio. En julio ella debe estar completa, abierta.
That's going to be a show to see.
Ese es muy lindo, es más lindo que el otro.
You know what? Let me go show your sun orchids on this side. La que tienes aquí en el...
Sí, y
¿La
después para
enseñamos?
acá.
¿O hacemos esta ahora? Vamos a hacer esta.
Como tú
Vamos a hacer.
quieras.
We're already
Esta
here.
catlilla tan hermosa.
Oh yes, we can't miss this one. She was showing me this cattleya. Look at the spots on the leaves. Look how gorgeous that is. I love. Me encantan los pétalos estos con las
Qué lindo.
pinticas.
Sí, ella es bonita.
This one is from Carmela, no?
Fatari Carmela.
BLC Fatari Carmela. ¿Dónde compraste esta?
No, esa me la
¿No te
mandaron
acuerdas?
de ellos todos. Esa es de Carmela.
Ah, so it is from Carmela, from Hawaii. She was telling me that
Ella es como familia como de las brazabolas. Fíjate la forma.
sí, you
y
can see it.
aquella otra también. Porque en realidad lo que es las catleyas florecen más adelante, para allá, para también.
Right, para noviembre, sí.
Octubre, noviembre.
She was saying that this one has brassavola in it, so that's probably why they
Por
bloom.
la forma del pétalo.
And she orders a lot of orchids online, and she was telling me that one of the places that she finds that the quality of the orchids are really good is Carmela. And I agree with her. Hawaiian orchids are just gorgeous. And speaking of gorgeous, look at this.
La flor de mayo. Ay, qué susto.
Oh, she got scared. She has, by the way, she has a little visitor here. She says,
Hacer ahí el
see her? Let me see if I can get her without scaring her. I'm sorry, little girl. I didn't mean to scare you. Look what she has. I think that
Dice que ese oncidium es como si fuera el oncidium de los gramatophyllum. Si te pones a mirar
Oh,
el
yeah.
largo que es que tiene la espiga, demora casi el mismo tiempo.
que el grammatophyllum.
Sí,
She says that they call this the grammatophyllum of oncidiums because the spikes take just as long to grow, and it loves to be in full
ella es
sun.
muy popular en México y Centroamérica.
Central America and Mexico.
Nunca le he dado abono.
No? And she's never
Jamás.
fed it.
Está el sol y agua nada más.
So guys, see, this is what happens sometimes when you don't do
Ese es el
anything.
más fuerte de todo, el que más crece.
It is beautiful. It's so big. Let me see. Párate un momentico a ver para que si no te importa. Para que vean. Look at the size. Yeah, it's big. It's a big piece. And then here you have the encyclias. I love this one. ¿Cómo se llama esto otra vez? has a woman's name.
Orchidesa O'Neill.
¿Cómo es?
Serena O'Neill.
Serena O'Neill. There it is. There we go. That's cordillera in it. But it's such a pretty, I'm loving pink and green together. It's such a pretty color.
Esta espina era una belleza porque era larga, pero ya.
No, pero todavía la flor es tan
Ya va a
bella.
terminar.
And this is a cordillera. ¿Esta no es cordillera? No.
La Río Clarence.
Real Clarence. Que tiene cordillera, pero mezclada con otra
Esta
cosa.
es la que es cordillera. La cordillera tiene el color carmelita y blanco.
Let me see.
El color.
En sí que cordillera,
Porque
sí,
son-
con dark chocolate. That's what it has.
Exacto, pero es que son dos plantas.
Sí.
Era esta y entonces esta es otra.
Ah.
Esta es Río Clarence, míralo.
Oh, she has two in here. Sí, esta es la que tengo yo ahora en
Yo la
bloom.
voy a sacar de ahí, la voy a poner quizás en otra cosa.
Sí. Y esa huele tan rica.
Sí.
Quiero hacerlo tú para que no se me parta. But she has, as you guys see, she has blooms, but there she has everything spiking with flowers. So it's like it never stops blooming here. And the secret that, oh, this is gorgeous. I love the inside of this.
Sí.
That's a beautiful dendrobium. She was telling me that the secret to have a blooming garden is to have a variety, right? Variedad.
De
A
todo un
variety
poco.
of everything,
Mira,
a little bit of everything.
ahí abajo, mira, están abriendo esas bromelias, ¿ves? La rosada.
Well, I can't see it. I think we
Yo
gotta go on the other side.
Recomiendo.
Oh, how
eh,
beautiful. Yeah, there it is.
Donde uno tiene las orquídeas, debajo puede poner algunas bromelias.
Uh-huh.
Porque como ellas acumulan humedad, le ayuda a las demás plantas.
So she uses the bromeliads as a humidifier to her orchids. She puts them underneath and they contribute to the humidity, especially here in Florida. You know, you can water these every day and immediately they get humidity. Now let's look down here because this is really interesting. She was showing me these. ¿Cómo es que se llaman estas?
Corona imperial.
Imperial crown. Look at this, how gorgeous.
También le dicen corona de Cristo.
¿De qué?
Cristo.
So the crown of Christ, it's also called. And she says that the way that this grows is when the leaves start falling off and looking all dead and ready to croak, then the stem comes out and it gives you the flower. So if you do have one of these, don't feel disappointed once you start seeing the leaves dry out and fall out. That just means it's about to start blooming. And look what they look like. They look like onions. So it is a bulb. So you know, most things that come in a bulb like this will die off and come back. That's beautiful stuff. And I've showed this before. This vanilla is massive. Last time I was here, it was in full bloom. Let me see what else. Okay, let me go. I'm going to take you guys to her side. To be careful, because when I'm recording, I'm not looking down. Now, this is her side garden that she keeps all her sun-loving orchids here, or sun-loving plants. These are all those bamboo orchids I was telling you. Look at all of her desert roses. They're beautiful. Epidendrums. To this side. Her frangipanis, they use these to make leis in Hawaii. And it's such a quaint little area. Her barbecue on Sidium is just, to me, I love it. I think that's such a cool idea. And I love that she takes things, just put them there, and it's all love that she gives these plants. There's not a lot of feeding. There's not a lot of being on top of them. She just says, I just look at my orchids and my plants daily. I check underneath. And we were talking about, let me just give you guys a further back view of this, because it really is pretty here. It just feels like a little paradise. We were saying that, especially on cattleyas, when you start seeing the leaves with some weird, like, decoloration spots, look under them right away, because that's a sign that they have pests. And that's when you have to hit it with the 7. She says she's a big advocate of 7. She loves it. Oh yeah, the carry eye. Look, here's a carry eye Hoya. But look how many buds it has. Look at this. It's just an abundance. Abundance. I feel so good in here. I feel like I'm in a little jungle. Little Hoya jungle. Wow. Look at this, guys. It's wrapped around the tree. Everywhere it's wrapped around, there's a peduncle with flowers. Look at that. Now I'm pulling away because I noticed that last time I was here, I was so focused on the close-ups because of the flowers, but I didn't show you guys the full view, which is just as gorgeous. These are all Solangenes, and they're from, I believe they're all cuttings. She keeps cutting, dividing, should I say. Check out this massive Schomburgkia. Now this is the same one I have. Of course, mine is a little bit smaller than hers, but this is their time. This is when they show their beauty. You see, because the sun is really, really gorgeous. All right, guys, I think that wraps it up. This has been a really, really good one. Now, before I close the deal, she was very kind to take out the things that she uses. All right, Mercedes, you are on. Because tenías bastante flores.
Sí, siempre hay.
She had so much.
Bueno, mira,
I told her today would be an hour.
Ellos preguntan y yo solo quiero decirles que yo no acoso de fertilizante en plantas. Yo generalmente las adobo porque ellas lo necesitan para crecer. Por ejemplo, cada 3 semanas, para 4 semanas. Esto es de 20 galones, 20.
So she uses a sprayer, the one that es el que va en la manguera, ¿no?
Sí, el
that
más
goes
grande
in the
de
hose.
todo porque son muchas plantas.
So she doesn't really, she says she's not one to be like on a regimen
Yo
of...
uso el 20-20, uso
Pero tú lo usas, ¿cada cuánto lo usas?
todo junto, en la misma...
Oh,
en
so
el
she
mismo
uses
con
everything
todo
together.
junto, un batido. Yo le pongo 20-20, una cucharada por galón de agua, una cucharada por galón de agua de Exonsal. A esa cantidad le pongo 4 o 5 goteros
Sí.
de Super Dry porque ayuda al
Super
enraizamiento.
Dry, pero porque se me olvida todo y yo tengo que traducir. She says that she mixes everything together and she does 1 teaspoon per gallon of each one, but when it comes to Super Thrive, it comes with a dropper, yeah. She puts 4 to 5. I usually put 8 drops a gallon.
4 o 5 porque ya él no está tan concentrado como era antes.
Oh, okay.
Él es más claro el color, ya no es igual.
So do like 10 drops per gallon. That should be
Y
good.
un producto que recomiendo para todo el mundo es este.
So
Lo llevo
it's
usando
seaweed.
años.
Yes, that's very good. So she
Muy
mixes
bueno.
seaweed. How much? ¿Cuánto
De
le pone?
agua, algas. Esto es 1 onza por galón.
1 ounce per gallon. So 1 ounce per gallon, 1 teaspoon, full teaspoon, 10 drops. ¿Y de esto cuánto le pones?
Una cucharada por galón.
1 tablespoon per gallon. So you guys got
Todo
it?
eso lo completo con agua, lo disuelvo bien y después lo conecto a la manguera.
So she
Después
dissolves it where she first dissolves everything and then puts it in here and then connects the hose.
después de un riego profundo.
Okay, so you have to rinse all
Primero
your...
hay que regar
Sí.
para después abonar.
Absolutely.
Y-
Don't forget to do that. Always.
Y como tengo tantas, yo riego profundamente a que el agua corra 2-3 veces a la semana. Ni a diario, ni las bandas.
So 2 to 3 times a week, she she rinses or waters her plants thoroughly, all the way through. And when she feeds, she does water everything before feeding, the same way that I do. You want to do that first because you can burn your roots if you do that. Now, you have Osmocote here.
Entonces, este osmocote yo lo pongo en estas capsulitas que también vende Amazon, siendo el propaganda del producto, y se lo pongo a una orillita en las bandas o en los containers de las demás plantas que se le salgan las bolitas, vaya, para que ellas para no perder el producto.
Okay, so she fills each one of these containers. You can order. You
¿Ves?
can buy
Porque
these
son
at-
muy pequeñitas.
Yeah.
Y entonces, para que no se le salga, entonces cada vez que uno riega, esto va desprendiendo lentamente un poquito
So she adds
de
these to her
alimento.
vandas. Tú dices las vandas, a
A
los
todo
dendrobiums.
el mundo.
Pretty much
a
everything.
Todo el mundo,
She
a los
says
que
everything.
tengo las tablitas de madera, así sucesivamente. A
So
veces
this-
hago una bolsita.
This will avoid having to feed like on a weekly basis. But notice that even though she's putting a time release, she still feeds. ¿Tú dirías una vez al mes o más?
¿El qué?
Cuando tú le riegas.
Todo esto
Ujú.
puede ser 3 semanas, a veces más, pero no semanal. Yo
Ok.
no abono semanal.
Sí. Sí, y como lo estás haciendo en una cucharada, es bueno que no sea semanal porque sería mucho.
No.
Yeah, since
Y
she's
entonces a
doing
los
large.
2 o 3 días le doy un riego profundo para que todas las sales que quedaron por ahí se vayan.
Oh, very important. So,
Pero ella necesita unas 48 horas de absorción
se
de esos
absorber
productos.
todo, yes.
Estos son macronutrientes que todos los conocemos.
Right.
Pero estos son micronutrientes que ellas necesitan para vivir. Ayuda a enraizar, ayuda a todo.
Voy a empezar a usarlo. She says it helps the roots grow even better, and it's a macronutrient that they
Macro
need.
y micro.
This is macro.
Este también
and
tiene
this is macro.
algunos de los macros, pero tiene muchos micros porque es natural, orgánico de las algas de Noruega.
Okay, so and those are the good because esas son orgánicas, no tienen
Es
química.
orgánico, no
So
tiene.
yeah, that's very. I know that from some vitamins I was taking.
Pero es muy bueno.
That
la
this
verdad.
is Norwegian seaweed, which is very clean, and it's a 001 ratio mix, and you want to use this together with your feeding. I'm gonna start. Lo voy a ordenar hoy. I'm gonna start
¿Tú
using
sabes
this.
dónde me parece que lo vi en un recorrido eso que tú haces? En Office.
En Office, yeah. I'm gonna go to Office today, so I'm gonna go get.
Los hay de diferentes tamaños, porque ya este tamaño vale 42. Entonces hay otros más pequeños, valen medias.
Okay, so guys, start using seaweed
Puedes empezar por el más
with your
pequeño para que
2020.
pruebes.
No, el más grande, tú sabes la cantidad que tengo
Ah,
yo.
bueno.
Uno de esos se me va en 2 o 3.
Entonces el Sebin
7, yeah.
para mí es el más confiable de todos los insecticidas porque se le puede aplicar a las flores directamente,
Right.
a las espigas, cuando uno ve que tiene alguna mancha amarilla o algo así que puede venir un ataque de trip, yo le he hecho Sebin. Tiene
So-
que ser que sea muy fuerte para echarle acéfate, que es el que yo
Right.
uso.
So 7 is what she uses as a preventative, or when she sees that some of the buds are being eaten by thrips, which this is the safest one because you can spray it on a flower and it doesn't destroy your flower. Where if you use orthene like I do, mix with it, it can kill the flower.
Y este insecticida es orgánico también, este es de jabón,
Insecticidal super soap.
súper suave.
Huh, I
Este
never
es
seen that.
suave y también
Let me see.
se le puede echar a igual que el Sebin, pero es más es orgánico, vaya, es de jabón.
¿Y dónde conseguiste este?
Eso lo venden en Walmart
Oh, so
y
you
en
can
Home
get this
Depot
at
y en
Walmart.
todas partes.
And by the way, she gets her volcanic rock and her charcoal in Walmart, right? Tú lo compras en Walmart y en Home Depot.
Sí,
Yeah, so you can just get the no, el
sí,
charcoal, el
antes valía más,
carbón.
también, que digan totalmente natural,
Yeah,
que
the
no traiga
natural
nada
charcoal.
para encender nada, que diga completamente natural.
Yeah, you don't want to buy the barbecue charcoal she uses is the non-self-lighting one. It's the one that's all
Que
natural,
lo
has
hay
nothing.
en todas partes, en
Yeah.
todos los supermercados hay.
Y
el
tú lo
natural.
rompes y lo...
A veces se parte hasta con la
Yeah,
mano.
you can break it
y
with
si
your
no
hand.
cojo y depende, hago los
Yeah,
pequeños.
don't put the
los
whole charcoal in like that.
Yo, la mayoría de mis orquídeas, que es que me ha dado a mí personal resultado, no es una Biblia. Yo uso carbón y yo uso piedra volcánica, la mayoría. El bar a veces le pongo un poquito a los dendrobios encima para la humedad, pero
Okay,
no,
yeah,
no lo
so I
uso.
do that too. She says she only uses uh, charcoal and volcanic rock, and every now and then she'll put a little bit of orchiata bark on top just to hold the humidity, the way I do with my bulba films. And
Ahora,
that's pretty much it. But that's for her, like she said, it's for her
ya para
environment.
lo otro que voy a decir. Y es que podemos echarle de todos los productos a las orquídeas, pero si no le ha llegado el momento de florecer, no van a florecer.
Right.
Cada una tiene su temporada. Si en el mes de diciembre tú le puedes echar a un gramatofilo lo que tú quieras y no va a florecer porque no le corresponde. Por eso es que alguien puede pensar que si le echo más abono, más abono, más abono, voy a tener grandes floraciones. No, ellas necesitan una buena nutrición. Cuando ellas están bien nutridas, ellas van a florecer en su momento.
So that's what happens a lot to growers is you buy an orchid and then you want it to bloom, and you're feeding it so much. If it's not the season, let's say like a cattleya right now, you feed a cattleya now, it's not going to give you blooms. All you're going to give it is supplements in order for it to get strong. But don't keep feeding it like bloom boosters and things like that, because if it's not the season for that orchid, there's no need for bloom booster. Just give it the nutrients, like you
Ellas
said,
lo
seaweed
necesitan
to get
para
strong.
fortalecer los bulbos nuevos.
Right.
Cuando entonces ya esos bulbos estén fuertes, están libres de enfermedades, porque están más fuertes, resisten el calor fuerte, el frío, y florecen en su momento. No
Right.
podemos apresurarnos con ellas.
So
Mucha
instead of being
paciencia.
patience, I know I always say that orchids teach me patience. So guys, this is
Todo
basically
junto. Yo lo uso
to
todo
mix it
junto.
all, mix everything together,
Aquí adentro. Y le meto la
and
mano.
it's all made to create strength in your orchid. So that way, when their blooming period does come, they will give you lots of blooms. That's how you get the blooms. You don't get it by feeding it over and over and over again. You get it by feeding it because you're strengthening the orchid, and the orchid is going to give you a lot of spikes in the next cycle of blooming.
La canela.
Cinnamon.
Sí la utilizo. ¿Para qué? Cuando una espiga terminó la floración, que yo la corto, sello ese corte con canela, para que cicatrice y ninguna bacteria venga y se meta en la planta.
So cinnamon.
Para eso es que la uso, la canela, pero no para echar en las raíces, porque ese polvo puede tupir los
tupir la
filamentos. Entonces, recomiendan en muchos videos que yo he visto, que si el agua de plátano, que si el agua de arroz, que si la canela para enraizar, que la aloe vera. No, tú no sabes qué dosis le estás echando a esa planta, que puede hacerle más daño que beneficio. Esto está diseñado por agrónomos.
So she
Y no
says that
tenemos
don't
por
try
qué
to
hacerlo.
experiment with things that you may read online as far as like rice water and all that, because a lot of people that use that are probably experts that know the amount. But she says she does use cinnamon, and it's regular cinnamon.
La
There you go.
empolvo.
It's just regular ground cinnamon. When she cuts a spike or something that may be ill, she puts it on the area where it's open flesh, and that seals it without allowing
Nada
it to
más que
get
para cicatrizar,
right.
cortes.
to scar, just to scar
Only.
the thing
Más nada.
and seal it. All right, Mercedes, let me turn this around. Hold on, because I wanna do this with you. All right, guys, so you got it from the master's mouth. She said, she was just telling me that sorry for the long chat. She just wanted to make sure that you guys got all the information correctly, because I know that last time there wasn't enough information. But there you go. She had it all set up. So,
¿Sabes que me faltó una cosa?
¿qué te faltó?
Solo me faltó decir que cuando se adquiere una planta nueva, como ahora que viene el show, vamos a ir a Google, buscar cuáles son su hábitat natural y qué necesita esa planta que llevamos para la casa, para no perderla.
Yeah, you have, when you buy a new orchid, like the shows that are going to have now at Redland, make sure you guys go on Google, go anywhere to study really well the habitat of that orchid in particular, when it likes to be watered, because not all orchids are created equally. So you want to make sure that you bring it home to the right environment. And before you go, if you have a list of the things you want, check it out. Check to see what the environments are and work with that environment. So that way you can have a garden like this, like Miss Mercedes. The expert in orchids. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, Mercedes, so much
Thank you.
for allowing me back in your home. And I will see you guys next time. I am Nelson.
Mercedes.
And remember to, you've been
Bye.
watching Nature Nell. And remember to always, always
Tú dices cómo es keep it green.
keep it green. See you next time. So guys, I'm back home, but I decided to add this little bonus here because Mercedes had some gifts for me. She wanted to give me some orchids. And so she gave me this one and this one, which are the bamboo orchid, and they are sun-loving orchids. And as you can see, they're already growing keikis. See, each one of those little balls is a keiki. So she says that once it starts growing roots, that you can cut them and put them back down there, make it thicker, or put them in different pots. She has done several growings of these. I saw she had like 4 or 5 of these that she had divided from her main one. And she almost gave me, almost. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. It's already like 6:30 and I'm ready to chill out. But I wanted to do this before I close the channel. She gave me a vanilla, which I'm thinking about putting it here. I am going to secure the pot because she told me just put it next to the palm tree. She says that's how I grew all mine. You know, just make sure you secure it. And the pot serves as the base. Now, the bromeliads that you see there, they're also going to go on this tree. But I need to buy tomato tape. Oh, it's already bearing itself in there. No, it's not. These were given to me by Mr. David, who I just did a home visit as well. So I'm kind of putting my gifts from the homes that I visit. Oh well, doing this with one hand is not a good idea. I don't even know why I'm trying. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to this. So you guys get the idea. I'm not gonna try doing this. Me and my OCD. And then let's go inside the terrace. Whew. It's been windy. Oh my God, as you guys saw in the video, it is so windy. Which I don't like when it gets windy like this because that's when heavy rains come. In the terrace, she gave me these oncidiums, which was from cuttings from or divisions from the big yellow one that you saw. So I'm gonna put these in my flamboyant tree. And she gave me a division, or should I say a cutting, from her Hindu rope. And look, it has, what was it? I know I saw it. It has a peduncle already. So this one for sure is gonna give flowers. So thank you, Mercedes, for my gifts. I love them. They're gonna definitely be a nice addition to my trees. All right, guys, so that's it. That's all I got for you. I hope you loved this episode. It was a lot of fun to make. And Mercedes, she is a sweetheart. She is so kind to let us back in her home and show her collection. So until next time, keep it green.